And obviously the question has to be put, and I know what your answer's going to be, but, I mean, did you kill her?
No. No, I just wish someone had listened to me.
That man tried to convince the world that his wife had simply walked out on him and his family. However, in reality, he was the one who killed her before scattering her remains around the town that they lived in. Please watch the rest of the video to find out more. 21-year-old Lynsey Quy, a mother of two from Southport, vanished without a trace in December 1998. For over 18 months, her husband, Mitchell Quy, convinced everyone that she had simply walked out on their family, and he even played the role of a worried husband, giving TV interviews, assisting with police searches, and even participating in a documentary about his life as a single father. But behind this confident facade, he was hiding a dark secret. He had murdered Lindsay and was using the media to manipulate public perception. At the time of Lindsay's disappearance, Mitchell was being filmed for a documentary about families living on the poverty line, which gave him a perfect platform to control the narrative. He used the cameras to gain public sympathy, claiming Lindsay had abandoned him and their children. He also taunted the police, mocking their investigation, and even invited journalists into his home to discuss her disappearance. In one chilling scene, he confidently tells the camera, "If I had killed her, I wouldn't be stupid enough to get caught." Despite this arrogance, however, Lindsay's family never believed him. They knew she would never leave her children behind. I'll now play you some clips from this documentary.
By January 2000, over a year after Lindsay's disappearance, Mitchell decided he'd finally enough press exposure.
This is me saying I didn't want to be in the newspapers anymore. Saying that I've had time to think over Christmas, which I have. Just leave it to them now. The police have been going around interviewing all of the people that I've ever slept with and stuff like that. I mean, I know they're clutching at straws now, like, but what do they think? I shagged her to death or something? Do you know what I mean? Completely pathetic.
Their job, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year to catch criminals. It's his job to look after his family. And if they once shredded evidence, this man would be now sat in Walton.
It's like every time they started a new search, like you see Jeff Sloan in the newspapers or like on the television saying, "We are confident that we are going to find something to do." That's why I bought him some Just for Men, because like a change of colour, but might improve his confidence a bit.
You'd have to be seriously insane there if you'd done something wrong, because he's going to slam you for that.
Well, he sent me this, and it's not even my hair colouring. And here I am, as a senior investigating officer, trying to find this man's missing wife. And he's really goading me. I'm not going to stand here and protest my innocence with anyone, because I don't need to. Right? Yes, it gives me motive. I've said this all along. I can understand being a suspect. I'm not bothered being a suspect. All I want to do is find out where Lindsay is. It does give me motive. I've never argued with that. But it's just sad. I mean, do you know what, any idea what I felt like when this first began? People accusing me, or not accusing me, but saying things in the newspapers about people talking about me, people thinking I killed me. Do you have any idea what it felt like? How many times I've walked out my front door, and how many times I've thought to myself, I just can't, I don't want to walk out there with people looking at me, thinking I've done something like that to my wife. No idea what it feels like.
Mitchell never forgave her for aborting his child.
18 months after Lindsay's disappearance, police intensified their investigation. Forensic evidence, witness statements, and inconsistencies in Mitchell's story began to close on him. A major breakthrough came when authorities discovered he had withdrawn money from Lindsay's bank account after she had supposedly disappeared. Meanwhile, his behaviour was also becoming increasingly erratic. He was still relishing in media attention, but also lashing out at police, accusing them of harassment. Investigators continued to dig deeper, applying pressure on Mitchell and those around him. Eventually, he broke. Mitchell confessed to strangling Lindsay to death during an argument at home, claiming she'd been trying to leave him. After the murder, he kept her body hidden for days before calling his brother, Elliot Quy, to help him dismember her body and then scatter her remains around Southport. Tragically, in 2000, some of Lindsay's remains were found near a railway embankment, but parts of her body were never recovered. In 2001, Mitchell Quy was sentenced for murder and was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum time of 17 years. His brother, Elliot, received 7 years for helping dispose of Lindsay's body. At sentencing, the judge described Key as manipulative and remorseless, highlighting how he had enjoyed playing mind games with the media and taunting the police. In 2021, after serving his minimum term of 17 years, Mitchell Key became eligible for parole, sparking public outrage. Lindsay's family had strongly opposed his release, arguing that he had never ever shown genuine remorse for his crimes. Thankfully, he has been denied parole for the 3rd time recently. The case of Mitchell Key remains one of the most disturbing examples of a killer hiding in plain sight, using the media and even a documentary to manipulate public perception, all while knowing exactly what he had done. I'd like to take this time to say RIP to Lynsey Quy and offer my condolences to her family. I sincerely hope something like this never ever happens again. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, comment and subscribe, as it really helps the growth of the channel.